Class 10 students, if you are preparing for Boards 2026, this video can save your marks. In the next few minutes, I will show you 5 science questions that are asked again and again in CBSE board exams. Make sure you stay till the end because the last question is almost guaranteed. Let's start with physics. One of the most repeated questions is from the human eye chapter. The question is, what is power of accommodation? This is usually asked for 2 marks. The answer is ability of eye lens to adjust focal length and to see near and distant objects. Now, from chemistry, the question is, what is corrosion? Students often write a very long answer, but in boards, you just need the correct definition with an example. The answer is gradual destruction of metal by reaction with air and moisture. An example is rusting of iron, where iron reacts with oxygen and moisture to form hydrated iron 3 oxide.
Next question is from biology. This question appears almost every year. Draw and label a neuron. Practice this diagram because it carries 3 marks. Let me give you a quick glimpse of the labeled parts. A neuron is like a tiny, specialized messenger cell in your body. Think of it as a microscopic, high-speed delivery service for electricity and chemicals. The cell body, soma. This is the main part of the neuron, like the headquarters. It contains the nucleus, which is the cell's control center. It processes incoming information. The dendrites. These are like numerous tiny antennas or branches sticking out of the cell body. Their job is to receive messages, like faint electrical signals from other neurons. The axon. This is a single, long tail-like tube that acts like an extension cord. Once the cell body decides to pass a message along, it sends a stronger electrical signal down the axon. Myelin sheath. Imagine the axon as an electrical wire, and the myelin sheath is the plastic insulation around it. It is a fatty layer that wraps around the axon in segments, helping the electrical signal travel extremely fast and without fading. The gaps between these segments are called nodes of Ranvier. Axon terminals. At the very end of the axon, it splits into branches called axon terminals. This is the delivery point. Synapse formation. This is the most crucial part. Neurons don't actually touch each other. When the electrical signal reaches the axon terminals, it triggers the release of special chemicals called neurotransmitters. These chemicals float across a tiny gap and are picked up by the dendrites of the next neuron, passing the message along. This junction is the synapse. In short, a neuron receives a quiet message on its dendrites, processes it in the cell body, and if it's strong enough, sends a fast electrical signal down its insulated axon to the axon terminals. There, it releases chemical messengers to talk to the next cell. This is how your brain and body communicate. The 4th important question is from electricity. Students are often asked to define electric power and write its formula. Electric power, P, is the measure of how much electrical work is done or energy is converted over a specific amount of time. Think of it as the rate at which an electrical device, like the motor and light bulb in the power and energy conversion, uses energy to function. The fundamental formula for electric power can be derived from the relationship shown in the Ohm's law, V equals I times R. The most common formula, used to calculate the power consumed by a device, is P equals V times I, where P is electric power, measured in watts, V is voltage, the electrical pressure from the source, the battery, and I is current, the flow of electric charge. The last question comes from chemical reactions. You should always remember the difference between oxidation and reduction, Gemini said. To remember the difference between oxidation and reduction, you can think of the phrase oil rig. Oil stands for oxidation is loss of electrons, and rig stands for reduction is gain of electrons. A detailed slide image will be shared in the community. If you want more important questions for Class 10 boards, join our free WhatsApp and Telegram groups. The link is in the bio. Also, subscribe to RJ Aura classes for daily science preparation.